Algebra 1, Lesson 1, Addition and Subtraction of Fractions and Lines and Segments. So we're going to be starting with the examples. We're just going to do 1.1 and 1.2 today. So 1.1 tells us to add these fractions. So we have to find a common denominator, and we'll save ourselves some time if we work with these two first. So what we'll do is actually we can just find a common denominator for all of them. That'll work just as fast. So we know that 3 and 6 are both going to have a common denominator of 6, but 11 gives us a problem. The common denominator is going to be 66. So if we multiply each term by the number it needs to get up to 66, we can get the answer pretty quick. So 11 is going to multiply by 6 over 6. 6 will multiply by 11 over 11. And 3 is going to multiply by 22 over 22. So that rewrites the problem as 60 over 66 minus 55 over 66 plus 22 over 66. From here, all we have to do is just add these numbers. So 60 minus 55 gives us 5. 5 plus 22 gives us 27 over 66. And these both can be divided by 3. 3 goes into 27 9 times, and as we saw up here, 3 goes into 66 22 times. This number can't be reduced anymore, so that makes 9 over 22 our final answer. So when we're adding fractions and we have to deal with these big numbers, it's best to just go with the common denominator of all three numbers, or the least common multiple of all three numbers, and then you don't have to do a lot of changing of your fractions. Now let's go to question 1.2. They give us this line. Alright, so they give us this line segment broken up into two parts, A, B, and BC. They tell us the length of AC is 10 1/4 and AB is 4 3/7. So the best thing to do is reconstruct this on your work paper and then fill in the blanks. So we have 4 3/7 here, and the whole segment is 10 1/4. So in order to find BC, we just have to subtract 4 3/7 from 10 1/4. So we can do that as a simple subtraction problem. From here, we have to find a common denominator between 4 and 7. That's going to be 28. So we multiply that by 7 over 7, this by 4 over 4. That gives us 7 over 28 minus 12 over 28. And we can't take 12 from 7, so we're going to borrow from our 10. We'll rewrite 10 as 9, and we'll add a value of 1 to this. So we add 28 to 7. That gives us 35. So 35 minus 12 we can do, and that comes out to 23. So then we get 23 over 28, and then 9 minus 4 is 5. So the final answer is 5 and 23 over 28. Oh, and we have to write units at the end. If you look at the phrasing in the problem, they tell us that segment B measures 4 3/7 units and 10 1/4 units. We don't have a unit, so we write our final answer with units written on the end.